90-Day Fiancé's David Toborowsky reveals stunning weight loss after leaving Annie Suwon and baby in Thailand for new adventure amid $1 million success. 90-Day Fiancé star David Toborowsky has shed several pounds since leaving America for Thailand and is showing it off now that he's back in Arizona without Annie Suwon and their baby. David and Annie never wanted kids but decided to get pregnant via IVF in January 2024. David took pregnant Annie to Thailand in November 2024, and that's where she welcomed baby Mintira in March 2025. David made it look like he was never coming back to the US, but he surprised his fans in April 2025 by revealing he had returned. However, Annie and the baby weren't with him. David shared a post dedicated to the late Aaron Carter, which he created in collaboration with Melanie Martin, the former fiancée and mother of the American singer's son, Prince. David wrote, "Cleaning out the house I found the shirt that Aaron Carter and Miss Melanie Martin sent to me back during the pandemic," in his caption as he posted in his black pullover and joggers, looking slimmer than ever before. David revealed they used to go live on Instagram and cheer each other up. "Some tough times but great memories, RIP Aaron," David added. David lost oodles of weight when he first moved to Thailand after going through a painful divorce and a health scare. After gaining weight, David started taking steps to lose weight when he was in Thailand on a trip with Annie and realized how difficult it was for him to climb a mountain. David has lost 10 pant sizes since then, mostly by walking. Since leaving for Thailand over the past few months, he has resumed walking to shed his extra pounds. David was doing as many as 30,000 steps in a day. His new photo reveals that all his hard work has not gone to waste. The reality TV star has truly given it his all to become healthy again. The realization that he needed to be fitter dawned upon David when he realized he was going to be a dad again. David had 3 other children from his previous marriage, and they're all as old as Annie, who's 24 years younger than he is. Having a baby close to the age of 60 was not something David had wanted to do. David has been taking great care of his appearance after he received the news he was going to be a dad again. Even now, after he landed in America, he went to Los Angeles instead of Scottsdale to get some procedures done to his face. David has mentioned umpteen times that he doesn't want the baby calling him her grandpa. His weight loss has also made David look younger and feel more energetic. It looks like this time, David will do everything in his power to make sure he doesn't lose his progress. David Toborowsky had always been the unlikely star of 90-Day Fiancé. From his unforgettable first appearance in Thailand, nervously wiping sweat from his brow as he tried to win over Annie Suwon and her formidable family, to his transformation into a lovable fan favorite, David had seen it all. But no one was prepared for the headline that stunned fans across the globe. David Toborowsky debuts jaw-dropping weight loss after leaving Annie and baby behind in Thailand for mysterious new venture. The photo that accompanied the article was almost unrecognizable. Gone was the plump, jovial David who had become a walking meme in the early seasons of the show. In his place stood a leaner, sharply dressed man wearing a sleek black jacket, tailored jeans, and a new sense of confidence in his smile. He was sipping a green smoothie on a yacht docked in the French Riviera, the caption reading, "David 2.0, new mind, new body, new billion transformation?" It all started 6 months earlier, during a seemingly ordinary morning in their Bangkok condo. Annie had just returned from the market with their newborn nestled against her chest, while David scrolled through his phone with a furrowed brow. "Another email," he muttered. Annie glanced over. "From TLC?" "No. From a tech investor in Dubai," he said, eyes wide. "They want to partner on that remote learning platform I talked about last year. The one with the language exchange features we started." "You mean the one you gave up on because you couldn't stop binge-watching Below Deck?" David didn't even crack a smile. "This is serious, Annie. They want me to come to Europe to meet with a network of international investors. They think we could scale it fast, multi-million-dollar potential. Annie frowned, shifting the baby to her other arm. So, you want to leave? Just like that, the once comedic dynamic between them shifted. David, usually the bumbling husband begging for Annie's approval, stood taller. He wasn't leaving for fun or fantasy. He was leaving for purpose. I want to build something, really build it. Not just be the guy from TV or the guy who married up. I want our son to be proud of his father. Annie nodded slowly. Then do it. But promise me something. Anything. Come back a better man. Inside and out. David took the flight to Nice with one carry-on bag and a heart full of pressure. Over the next few weeks, his life changed at warp speed. His idea, a global app that matched native speakers with language learners via short video calls, was a hit. He called it TalkWise. Investors loved the simplicity. Schools loved the accessibility. And within 2 months, David was signing contracts in 4 countries. But the real story wasn't in the contracts. It was in what David did with his new schedule and solitude. At 3 a.m. in a Monaco hotel gym, with only the hum of elliptical machines and the distant waves lapping against yachts, David started sweating, not from fear this time, but from effort. He hired a personal trainer who used to work with retired footballers. He swapped whiskey for green tea, pancakes for protein shakes. He journaled. He meditated. He even cried, sometimes from the soreness, sometimes from missing Annie and their baby, and sometimes from disbelief at how far he'd come. 6 months in, David had lost 76 pounds, shaved his head, trimmed his beard into something purposeful, and started wearing fitted clothes that matched his new business mogul status. The man who once joked about his love for fried food on Pillow Talk was now on podcasts discussing the gut-brain connection and intermittent fasting. The reunion with Annie was filmed by TLC cameras, who had gotten wind of David's metamorphosis and insisted it be part of the upcoming spin-off 90 Day Fiancé, second acts. David stepped out of a black SUV in Chiang Mai wearing a tan blazer and holding a bouquet of orchids. Annie blinked in surprise as he walked toward her. "Is that David?" she whispered to the producer behind her. Their son, now crawling and babbling, clung to Annie's leg as David dropped to one knee, partly to scoop him up, partly because he was overcome with emotion. David's journey sparked something larger. Fans flooded his DMs asking for fitness tips, startup advice, and updates on TalkWise. He launched a mentorship series called From Fried Chicken to Fortune. He was invited to speak at conferences, not as a reality TV star, but as an entrepreneur and transformation story. Even Dr. Now from My 600-Pound Life congratulated him in a video mess.